All right, so here we have Amazon daily chart. I'll show you exactly what I was looking at here. Obviously, after the nasty earnings report, Amazon had a huge gap down. This is all going to be post-split numbers we're looking at, but you can see right around that 2,000 pre-split, 100 post-split was our initial support here. And we pretty much created really great head and shoulders here on the daily. If we go ahead right there, there's your head, and there's your right shoulder, which we were targeting off of the 618 retracement here. Pretty much just took our recent sell, so we got just about a 27-point rally here off of that double bottom here at the 100-101 level. Got our 27-point bounce to the upside and then sold down to retest it for the third time there. And so off of this recent sell is where I went ahead and plotted my fibs. And then obviously when using these, you're going to be targeting a 50 or a 61.8% retracement to then get short for the continuation of the trend, in this case, the trend to the downside. And so once we broke through the 50 there, obviously at like 115.20 here, began targeting the 618 for our reversal. Didn't quite get there. High of this day was 117.98, call it 118. So just about 50 cents below that. But once we saw this rejection and this daily candle starting to come, this was Monday, the actual day that we added these. I think we got in here right around 115.50, 116 on Amazon itself, the price. I went ahead and jumped in the 722.95 puts, and I'll show you exactly why. If I go ahead and scroll this down here, right, the way these work is on any given trend, in this case, this sell-off we had recently before setting the right shoulder with our 618 retracement here, you're going to retrace 50 or 61.8% of the initial move, and then once the 100 breaks, in this case, this neckline at 101, 102, once we get this flush under that and ultimately through the $100 psych level, we're going to be going ahead and targeting the 1618 extension. And so had we only rallied 50%, you're going to target the 150% move, the extension. Pretty much calling this, the 61.8% retracement, we're going to be targeting this 161.8. Very similar to Mr. Trendwatch's measured move target, right? If you have a stock that rallies 20 points to the upside, the original support breaks, you're then going to target 20 points below that for your next bounce. Very similar concept here. We got this 17-point bounce off of the neckline here. Rejected the 618. We're going to be targeting that 1618 down there at $84, $85. And so I went ahead and took the 722.95 puts there. We got them at 73 cents. Pretty much targeting that, right? I wanted to give myself enough time to let this move work out in my favor without kind of worrying about theta decay, without freaking out off one green day. Obviously, you can see we had a green day yesterday. Wasn't even worried because at that point, this move solidified for me. I see the head and shoulders forming. Pretty much now just waiting for this neckline to break, get a flush under 100. If we get a daily candle close under 100, we should see this move then aggressively sell to the downside. And that is going to be my target. And so getting these at 73 cents per contract, if we get under 85 to 84, somewhere in that range where I'm targeting on this 1618 extension, that's obviously going to put these options at $10 plus per contract there, giving you, 150, 100 or 1,400, 1,500% upside on these, right? And so this trade worked out great so far. I'll go ahead and pull up a premium chart today. Today we got this test of it, pretty much quadruple bottomed right now. Didn't quite get into, a hammer buy candle on the daily, but was looking that way. We got an aggressive bounce off of this neckline here. So now I'm ultimately just waiting to see this solidify over the next week or so and get this flush under the 100 price level. These went 225% in 3 days with 4 weeks left on these contracts, right? We got in here, I mapped this out for you. We got in here at 73 cents on Monday once we saw that rejection. So it was a little bit later, it was around 10:30. We saw that rejection of the 118 level we were targeting with the 618. We got in here at 73 cents per contract. Earlier today, they went up to 237 per contract. So plus 225% in 3 days with 4 weeks left on them. Really can't complain. We obviously got half out at 100%. So at this point, we're just riding risk-free runners. Took our cost basis already out of this, right? Sell half at 100, break even if these go to zero. And so now we're just going to nurse these over the next couple weeks and hopefully see this move solidify. So that's going to be my trade recap on these Amazon 722.95 puts. We'll obviously go ahead and check back in on these in a couple weeks and see if this move works out in our favor to ultimately that $84, $85 price target. But right now, already a great winner, and we'll see how this works out in the next couple weeks.